Welcome to Spartan Spotlight, where we bring you all things regarding AU athletics. I'm Logan Zavala. Today on the show, we will have Adriana Ramirez and Alyssa Brems, followed by Chad Ronk and Nick Glazer. First, let's talk with two members of our very own women's basketball team, Adriana Ramirez and Alyssa Brems. Adriana is a junior center from La Puente, California, and Alyssa is a junior guard from Moline, Illinois. Thank you both for joining us. All right, so given the outcome of last season, what was the mentality going into the off-season? Were there any big changes or improvements made?
I really think our mentality was just not even thinking about the last season. It was done and over with. What happened, and we just really looked forward because we knew that this season we were going to have a lot of incoming players that could help us. So we just really were not thinking about it, and we were just moving forward.
Same for you?
Well, I was actually, because I'm a two-sport athlete, so during the off-season they were doing basketball and I was focusing more on track.
Okay. You ladies started off 2-0 out of conference. What positive aspects of the game are you looking to carry into conference play, and what aspects are you looking to improve on?
Well, we're mostly trying to focus on trying to do the little things perfectly. We're trying to do more stuff during practice to, make sure to carry it on to the game-wise. And we're trying to, Coach wants us to, do more communication and have more of a consistency throughout each and every game that we have.
Yeah, I think we're really learning right now, since there are a lot of new players. There are different roles, and everyone's trying to play as a team instead of individually. And like Stretch said as well, communication is our big key.
Describe the bond you have with your teammates and where your trust among the team stems from.
Well, it's a good thing that we didn't really have a lot of seniors that graduated last year, because we have a really great, strong chemistry we have this year. So we have a lot of returners, and also we have more freshmen coming in this year. So I feel that our chemistry this year, just as a team-wise, it's really great with amongst our juniors and our sophomores, and then now we have our freshmen coming in. So it's just an addition to a bigger family that we have.
Yeah, I think it all really stems from leadership too. I know we really tried to step up this year to step up and be team leaders and just work with the chemistry, because last year I feel that was an area that we did lack a little bit, and I firmly believe that a team that has good chemistry will do really good things on the basketball court.
Yeah, exactly. What is the goal? Conference, playoffs, or both, and how do you feel you can accomplish these goals?
Well, conference is always a top priority goal throughout everyone's season, but right now we're trying to do, throughout every game that we're doing, we're trying to make sure we don't have the same mistakes throughout each and every game. So let's say we make a mistake in one game, try to learn from it, not dwell on the past, and just get better and improve ourselves for each practice and each game that we have in the future.
Yeah, I think we're really taking it game by game, and obviously playoffs and conference and everything is the ultimate goal, but you can't really look forward to the future without going in the steps and trusting the process.
Since conference holds a lot of importance on the season, how do you feel you guys stack up against conference opponents?
Well, this year, since, like I said last time, we didn't have a lot of, seniors that graduated last year, but our chemistry is going to really give us an improvement on for some of our teams this year. We might think that we don't have the best, players in our conference, but that just goes throughout our whole season. What else?
I just think we were underrated in the preseason polls, and I think that we are using that for motivation. Our conference is solid as a whole, but we know that we have certain steps that we need to do to improve, and then hopefully that will put us more on top of the conference.
And what have you learned about the 2017-2018 team in its young season so far, and how will that knowledge carry you through the rest of the season?
Even though we do have, there's some players that might have better moves or better things to do than others. So I think the really great thing that we have, since we have such a great and huge team, is that there might be 5 girls that have a really strong sense of, defense, and then other 5 girls that don't. So they can actually learn from the other ones, and we just learn from each other during practices and our games. So I think we have that going for us this year, because since our team is so huge, that can actually help us improve throughout the season.
I think we've already faced like a lot of adversity this year as a team, and we're just continue to grow together and know that we have each other's backs no matter what. And just like competing every single day is like our big thing, and that's just what we need to keep doing, and that's what Coach keeps sticking in our heads is it's the consistency that's key.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for joining us today. Now let's take a look at our video segment for the week produced by Jalen Prince. Welcome back. I am now here with Chad Ronk and Nick Glazer, both seniors on the Aurora University men's lacrosse team and 5-time MLC conference champions. Welcome to the show, guys. First and foremost, as seniors, what do you hope to do post-graduation?
Look for a job back home in Los Angeles in the finance industry, and hopefully find it before the summer's up.
Yeah, and then I probably within 5, maybe 15 years of graduating, I want to bring a basketball team to Las Vegas. I think it'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, it would be. How long have you been playing lacrosse, and what got you started?
I started playing my freshman year, and I just kind of was looking for something that wasn't football, because I'm from Texas and football was it was too much for me. So I was trying to look for something else.
I've been playing now for about 8 years, and I started just same thing, something different. I was playing hockey at the time and wanted another big contact sport, and lacrosse was the one.
What positions do you guys play? Can you give a brief explanation of your position?
So I'm a defenseman, so pretty much my job is just to guard the opposing attackman and just keep them from scoring.
I play midfield, so it's kind of in the sense of soccer. You play both ways. So I play a little bit of offense, also help out on defense a little bit with some of the defensemen.
Why did you choose to come to Aurora?
So I actually transferred here last year, my junior year, and I left my old school because I wasn't really happy with the program and the coach and all that, and so I was kind of looking for a program with a good coach and that had a good track record. So Aurora's been to the NCAA tournament I think 5 times or 6 times, something like that, and so I was kind of looking for a school where I could make a difference kind of.
Yeah, I came in just loving the reputation of the school, loving the coaches, the players, all the team, and so it was a big family that I could join and hopefully help run at the time. So it was nice to come here.
Being on a team of mostly out-of-state teammates, how does that affect the team?
I think it brings us closer together. All of us are from different places. I think there's 2 people from Texas, me and another guy, and I feel it kind of just makes us closer as a team because we all have lacrosse in common, even though we're all from different places.
I agree with that. It does bring us a lot closer together because we don't have a lot of us don't have family that are here, and so we kind of bank on each other to be like a family.
Right, sweet. How do you guys balance school and lacrosse?
I mean, I don't really have too much issue with it. With my major, I don't have a ton of homework, so I don't really have a lot of overlap with the two. But I mean, obviously school comes first, so if I have an assignment to do, I'll just do that first and then do my lacrosse stuff. But I don't really have too much issues balancing it.
Yeah, for me it's just setting my priorities and kind of setting a schedule, so I just have to make sure I get my schoolwork done first, and so I have plenty of time to play lacrosse and do what we need to do as a team.
What are your goals for the season?
Win the MLC again, break that Sweet 16 barrier. It would be cool to be the first team to go to the Elite 8, maybe even farther. And yeah, just have an overall successful season.
Yeah, same here. I think we have the team this year to maybe take a run at the national championship, so hopefully we can, that's my goal at least, hopefully we can make it happen.
Winning 5 straight MLC championships, is there any pressure to continue in this pattern of success?
Absolutely. I mean, we don't want to be the team that drops the ball, especially as a senior class. I mean, for me it's a little different because I've only been here for 2 years, but I mean, I'm sure for the other guys who've won it 3 in a row, I'm sure they don't want to be the guys just to, mess it all up.
There's a given expectation when you join the team that is what our goal is and that is what we strive for. And so the pressure's there, and you come in as a freshman knowing that the pressure's there, and so you kind of just have to work around it.
How do you continue to have a great team every year? What role does Coach Berkman play in the success of the team?
All of it. I definitely feel that Berkman plays a huge part of our success. I mean, he's kind of half the reason I really came here.
Yep.
I was looking for a really good coach for a good program, and I think that like he's the man, especially with his name. Like a lot of people, like with Berkman, with his dad and stuff, and who he was as a player when he played. Like a lot of people know him.
Yeah, he does a lot for us. He connects well with us, and so we play very well under him because we trust him, and he just is an overall great coach with a great reputation. So he plays a huge role.
All right, sweet. And that concludes this episode of Spartan Spotlight. That's all the time we have here today. Join us next time and be great today, Spartans. If you would like to show your love for Spartan Spotlight or have suggestions for us or would like to be on the show, find us on Twitter @SpartanMedia. And a big thanks to our guests, Adriana, Alyssa, Chad, and Nick, for being on the show today. I'm your host, Logan Zavala. Until next time.